Do you know what this video, and this video all have in common? Each one of them had the right tags on them and the right hashtags, and then as a result, they ended up going viral. And YouTube just changed the 3 hashtag strategies you need to make sure that you're using, but don't worry, by the end of this video, I'm gonna tell you exactly what they are and make sure you're not making the mistakes with your tags, your hashtags that could actually be killing your views. Strategy number 1 is you need to make sure that you're using 2 niche specific hashtags and hashtag shorts. Now, before I get into all the other strategies, and by the way, the last one I'm going to share with you is by far the most important, I need to explain to you the 3 different types of hashtags you could actually use on YouTube. The first one is simply going to be using hashtag shorts. You should only use this so when you upload a YouTube short. The second one are going to be broad hashtags. Now, broad hashtags, if you're familiar with TikTok, would be things like hashtag FYP, hashtag viral, hashtag trending. That isn't the case on YouTube. A broad hashtag on YouTube is just going to be something that's a bit more like your niche. For example, if we were uploading videos about how to get big biceps or how to get 6-pack abs or how to get a certain type of waist, you would do something for a broad hashtag like hashtag fitness or hashtag abs because they're going to be incredibly large and they're very broad. Now, niche specific hashtags are going to be things that are very specific, hyper specific to the exact post that you're doing. Again, to give you an example, if we were uploading content about Bitcoin, something like hashtag crypto or hashtag cryptocurrency would be a broad hashtag, hashtag Bitcoin or hashtag BTC would be a niche specific hashtag. And essentially, these are going to help YouTube determine who to actually show your content to, because the way that YouTube looks at this is they look at people that have engaged with certain hashtags before, and then they show them content that has those hashtags on them again. And this is essentially what makes hashtags so powerful on YouTube, because if you're able to use the right hashtag strategies and you're able to actually tap in to what hashtags the ideal viewer in your niche is currently interacting with, it can skyrocket your reach without you having to do anything else. Now, in addition to using the right type of hashtags, you also have to change where you're actually placing hashtags on YouTube, because if you place them in the wrong spot, it could be the thing that's destroying your reach. And this is going to be different whether you're going live on YouTube or uploading long form content or if you're uploading shorts. So let me explain. Okay, so here's how the actual type of content you're creating is actually going to affect where you are going to put your hashtags. If we come over here, if you are uploading a long form video on YouTube, you should not put your hashtags in the title of your video. You should only put hashtags in the title of your video if you're uploading a YouTube short. If you're uploading a long form video, they need to go at the bottom of your description just like this. And at a maximum, you should use 3 hashtags. Please do not be one of those people that uses more than 3 hashtags. If you put more than 3 hashtags in a long form video, what is going to end up happening is YouTube is going to deprioritize your video. In fact, it literally says in YouTube's guidelines that they do not recommend using more than 3 hashtags, because every hashtag that you use after that isn't actually getting recognized by YouTube, and in some cases could actually look like spam. When we talk about YouTube Shorts, it's actually a completely different story. If we come through and we scroll through Shorts, what are you going to notice? One, that people are putting hashtags for their shorts in their title. Secondly, you can get away with putting more than 3 hashtags in a YouTube short, but I would strongly recommend that you don't do what this creator did right here. If we look, their title is shorter than the amount of hashtags that they actually put here. Now, if we scroll down again, we're going to see another example of this, but again, we're looking at videos that only got 2,000 likes or that only got 1,600 likes. If we come to a video that actually went mega viral, like 292,000 likes and literally got millions of views, you'll see that their title is actually longer than the hashtags that they are choosing. So again, to break it down, if you upload a long form video, hashtags only at the end of your description, maximum of 3 hashtags. If you're uploading a short, hashtags can go both at the end of the description and they can also go at the end of your title. And in some cases, you can get away with using more than 3 hashtags because they won't penalize you for it on shorts. Now, this brings me to strategy number 2, which is going to be using 1 niche specific hashtag and 1 broad hashtag. Now, before we get into the last and most important hashtag strategy that makes the most small channels on YouTube go viral right now, I wanted to walk you through 3 other mistakes that I see so many small channels making when it comes to their hashtags right now, and these are the things that destroy their reach. Mistake number one is thinking that hashtags are going to be the only thing that help you get more views on YouTube. And this couldn't be further from the truth, because if you put the right hashtags in the right place on the right YouTube video, it's going to skyrocket your reach. But if something else in your YouTube video was messed up, for example, the title, the topic, or the format, well, guess what? It's going to make your video go nowhere. And if you are not able to immediately identify exactly what's trending in your niche every single day on YouTube, then that's the reason that you're not getting views and not getting subscribers. Well, lucky for you, today's video sponsor Metricool makes this incredibly easy. Because all you have to do is open up Metricool, scroll down to the competitors section, and boom, you can instantly add in all of your different competitors. And then when you click on view all, this is going to allow you to see all of their content and see which of their content is getting the most engagement today, right now, which allows you to spot trends in seconds. And the best part about Metricool is if you go to the pinned comment below right now, you can get started today with 30 days free access to any of their premium plans with code Robert. Now, in addition to showing you what's trending on YouTube, it's also incredibly useful for figuring out what topics help you make the most money on YouTube, what topics help you get the most watch time on YouTube, and how you should actually be optimizing your YouTube channel, because they give you access to a ton of different metrics that you can't get anywhere else. So what are you waiting for? If you want to grow faster on YouTube, you want to get more subscribers, and ultimately you want to get monetized, I'd strongly suggest you go to the pinned comment below and get started with Metricool today. Again, 30 days free access to any of their premium plans with code Robert. Now, mistake number two is using hashtags that are too small. And again, YouTube makes this incredibly easy. When you go to type in a hashtag, it will literally tell you how many different videos have been made under it, how many different channels have used that hashtag, and you're gonna be able to use these things to gauge how large that hashtag is. And how large a hashtag should be for your niche is going to be dependent on your niche. Don't be comparing a small niche's hashtags to a large niche. Instead, you should just be looking at all the available hashtags that you have to use for your niche and comparing them against each other, because 10,000 videos might not be a lot in a niche like fitness, but if you were talking about speech therapy, that might end up being a lot. So this is all going to be dependent on your niche, and you should only be comparing your niche to your niche. Now, mistake number three is that you have the wrong tags set up both in your content and on your channel. Let me explain. Okay, now when it comes to tags, I am not talking about hashtags. Hashtags literally have a hashtag in them. Tags do not have that. So if we scroll down here, we're going to see tags right here. These are going to help your content get recommended to the right audience. And what you want to make sure of is, we could see right here, I did 485 out of 500 characters. You want to make sure that this is at least 450. Now, I want to make this incredibly easy for you to be able to do. So I'm going to leave this up on the screen here for 1 second so that you can take a screenshot of this, because what you will be able to do is you will now be able to come over to ChatGPT and automate you adding tags to videos. What you're going to do is take that screenshot that you just took, and then you're going to type in this prompt right here. Please give me tags just like this creator did, but mine are 4, and then you're going to put in your video topic. For example, I just uploaded a new video to my AI channel that basically goes through a bunch of new features and settings on ChatGPT. So I'm going to type in new features and settings for ChatGPT you didn't know existed. Now, what this is going to do, this is going to copy the structure that I used right here. It's going to go through, and this is going to suggest different tags. And then literally, you would be able to just copy these, and you would be able to paste these into your video in order to very easily have the right tags on your content. But you don't only need the right tags in your content, you also need the right tags on your channel. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna come over here to your channel, and then you wanna click on Customize Channel right here. And now from here, you're gonna be able to scroll down a little bit, and you'll be able to see this description right here. You wanna make sure that you have in your description keywords that match the tags you put on your channel. Now, where do you actually find your channel tags? You come into settings right here, click on channel, and then you're going to see these tags right here. Now, on my YouTube channel, I teach people how to make money with YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. How to grow on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. How to get views how to get followers on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, which is why I have all these tags in here. And again, this matches exactly what it says over here about how I upload videos about how to grow on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube on a daily basis. And you want to make sure you have the same thing set up on your page, because again, this is going to give YouTube more ammo into exactly what type of content you're uploading and who they should show your content to, so that they actually show your content to the right people and then give you the views that you want. Now this brings me to the last and most important hashtag strategy that you need to be using right now on YouTube, which is going to be hashtag shorts and one broad hashtag. Using this strategy and uploading YouTube shorts is going to maximize the amount of views that you're getting on YouTube right now, because YouTube has completely changed their algorithm and they've begun to prioritize shorts. Let me actually prove that to you. Now the easiest way for me to prove this to you is literally by showing you where Mr. Beast gets his views, where Gary Vee gets his views, and where Graham Stephan gets his views. Because if you are only focused on long form content right now, you are missing out on where the fastest growing and the biggest creators are getting most of their views. If we look at Graham, in the last 28 days, he's gotten over 11 million views. But guess what? 8 million of those have come from shorts. That's like 75% or something like that. If we look at Gary, guess what? In the last 28 days, he's gotten 3 million views. 2 million of those have come from shorts. Again, around 70%. If we look at Mr. Beast, we're going to see 1 billion long form views, almost 3 billion shorts views. Again, almost 75% of his views coming from shorts. So let me ask you this. If the fastest growing YouTube creators in entertainment, in business, in finance are getting more than 75% of their views from YouTube Shorts, and that's where they're seeing the most growth right now, then why aren't you prioritizing YouTube Shorts and making sure you're using the right hashtag strategies and the right tag strategies with those in order to skyrocket your odds of going viral right now, getting monetized, getting the subscribers you want, and ultimately being able to live the life of your dreams by becoming a full-time YouTube creator? Now, if you're finally ready to take YouTube serious and you know that you want to be able to make money from YouTube the same way that I do, simply by uploading YouTube content every day. In fact, I've made thousands of dollars just for uploading a YouTube video, and I've done that literally dozens, if not hundreds of times. Well, I want to help you do that. In fact, I want to work with you one-on-one to guarantee I can help you grow faster on YouTube. If that sounds interesting, well, please check out this video right here that walks you through the 3 different ways that we can work together. So I guarantee you get more views, get more subscribers, and ultimately end up getting monetized on YouTube. I'll see you over there.